on round, okay, so I changed on round 6, I changed over to the next color. So if you're wanting to change over, that's when I did it. Now we're going to be staying in this color with the black. Now we're starting to decrease, so this is where it'll get a little bit more interesting. But anyway, so what you're going to do is we're going to knit 2 together in this color. So knit 2, I'm going to call this a knit 2 together in the pink, and then you're going to do 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 3 in the pink, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, and then you knit 2 together in the black. And that's what you're going to repeat. So we've taken the pattern stitch and we have combined 2 patterns with a decrease on either side of it. So that's how you do it. So now you're going to just keep repeating that. So I'll do it with you one more time. So it's knit 2 together in the blue, knit 2 together in the pink, knit 2 together in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 3 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, and then knit 2 together in the black. Okay, so you can keep doing that, repeat that until you get to the end of that round, and I will meet you back here. Alright, so our next round, which ends up being row 10, you're going to start off by knitting 2 together in your pink. I just do that so that my marker doesn't go anywhere. So knit 2 together in pink. Okay, so you knit 2 together in the pink and you do another one in the pink, 3 in the black, 1, 2, 3 in the black, 2 in the blue, 1 in the black, 1 in, sorry not blue, pink, 1 in the pink, another one in the black, 2 in the pink, 3 in the black, 1, 2, 3 in the black, and then you knit 2 together in the pink. Okay, and that's decreasing it even more. Okay, so I'll do it once more. And you'll notice your stitches are starting to get a bit tighter on your needle. So if you need to go onto 4 or 5 needles, you can, or if you're going to use the same, I'm going to use my same needles. I'll show you how we do it, but so I'll probably do it on the next round. Okay, so you did 2 together in the pink, another one in the pink, 3 in the black, 3 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 black, 1 pink, 1 black, 2 pink, 3 black, 3 black, and knit 2 together in the pink. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that round and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so you want to preferably get yourself, if you're doing this without the pointed needles and you want to do it with your circular needles, you want to get yourself a longer circular needle. Mine I can just attach to each other, so that's actually very convenient. But otherwise you're going to have to get a longer one because you can't do it with a short one very well. Then you want to find more or less the middle of your work and go in between your decreases. I can see there's a decrease and there's a decrease. I'm going to go in the middle of the stitches of that and just bring them through. Just do this, and this is always going to be your starting point with your needles like this. With your needles facing this way, this is going to be your starting point. Okay, then we're going to pull this one through, and then you're going to pull the back stitches more or less back there so you can work with this. And you're going to be working with this section first. Okay, so that's all that you do. Always know your starting point with your 2 needles this way, then pull the back one out a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to start with our next round. And this is row 11 that we're starting now. Okay, so this round you're going to knit 2 together in the black. Now just be careful because you've got a bit of a gap here. You want to pull it fairly tight. So knit 2 together in the black, and then you're going to do another 4 in the black. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to do 2 in the pink, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink. Okay, so it's 2 in the pink, and then you've got 3 in the black, 1, 2, 3 in the black, and then 2 together, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, and then you're going to start again, 2 together in the black, 2 together in the black, and then 4 black, and you're going to have to carry your yarn again. 1, 2, 3, 4 black, and then 2 pink, 2 pink, 1 black, 2 pink, and then it's 3 in the black. Now once again just carry your yarn. 1, 2, 3, because your black in this is quite extensive, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, and then 2 together in the black to start again. So that's what you're going to be repeating. I'll do it with you one more time. 2 in the black together, 4 black, and this is why I'm saying you want to carry your yarn. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the black, and then there's going to be 2 in the pink. Now to change your this over, let me just remember where I am. 1, so I've got 1 more pink to do. Now you're going to finish here, turn this around. Remember, you always come back to your starting point, and then you're going to pull the back one through. But just come to your starting point like this, okay, and then pull this back one through so that you can work with it. Okay, and then we'll continue with the rest of our row. Okay, and we had to do another pink. It is tricky, but if you want this kind of hat, you kind of have to do this. Okay, so that's my second pink. Then it was just hold these tightly together, because else you're going to lose your, you're going to make your stitches too loose. So that was the black, and then it was 2 in the pink, 1, 2 in the pink, and then it was 3 in the black, 1, 2, and I'll just carry my yarn here, 3 in the black, and 2 together in the black. Whoops, in the black. Now if you prefer to do yours on pointed needles, you can go ahead and do that. It really doesn't matter. I just don't like working with them. I prefer to work with this. Okay, so I'll do that pattern with you once more without any interruptions. Okay, 2 in the black together, and then 4 in the black. 1, 2, I'm going to carry mine, 3, 4 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, and then it's 3 in the black, 1, 2, let me carry it, 3 in the black, and then it's 2 together in the black. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that round and I will meet you back for the next one. Alright, so round 12. Get your needles back into the starting position like this. Pull the front one to where you can knit with it, and pull the back one as far as you need to. You just pull the back one out as far as you need to, so you have enough space here to knit with. Okay, so this one starts off 2 together in the black. Alright, so you're going to knit 2 together, and I want to put this as closely together as I can, simply because you're going to have a gap there if you don't. So pull your needles together closely, 2 in the black, so we knit 2 together in the black, and let me just do it like that. There you go. Okay, so we knit 2 together in the black, and then you got 2 more in the black, and I'm going to just carry my yarn because this is a bit of a longer one. 2 in the black, now 2 in the pink, 1, 2 in the pink, sorry, 1 in the black, 1 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, so now you're going to, I'm doing the pattern with you one more time. Knit 2 together in the black, knit 2 together in the black, and knit 2 in the black. 1, 2, and you got 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 1 in the pink, 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, and 2 together in the black. Okay, so you can repeat that until you come to the end of this round, and I'll meet you back now. Okay, at the end of round 11 you should have had 84 stitches. Should have ended off with 84 stitches, and end of row 12, which we've just done, you should have ended off with 72 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to start with round 13. So just get your things close together again, as close as you can, and you're going to do 2 together in the black. Now I'm carrying mine because there was a bit of a gap there. Okay, so 2 together in the black. Okay, so I did 2 together in the black, and then 2 in the pink. 1, 2. 2 in the pink, and then 1 in the black, 3 in the pink, 1, 2, 3 in the pink, 1 in the black, and 1 in the pink, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, so I'll do that with you one more time. 2 together in the black. I'm going to just carry mine. 2 together in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, 3 in the pink, 1, 2, 3 in the pink, 1 in the black, 1 in the pink, and 2 together in the black. Okay, so you can repeat that and I will meet you back. Alright, so at the end of round 13 you should have 60 stitches left. Alright, so for round 14, and we are nearly done, we've just about finished our hat. You're going to knit 2 together in the pink. Okay, so we're going to go with 2 together in the pink, and then we're going to do 1 in the black, 2 in the pink, 1 in the black, and 2 in the pink, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, so 2 together in the pink, 1 black, 2 in the pink, 1 black, 2 in the pink, and then 2 together in the black. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that for round 14, and I'll meet you back for round 15. Alright, so for the end of round 14 you should end up with 48 stitches. Now for row 15 you're going to knit 2 together in the pink, so 2 together in the pink, and another one in the pink, another one in the pink, 3 in the black, and then 2 together in the pink. And this is the last round that we're using black, so then it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, so 2 together in the pink, plus another one in the pink, 3 in the black, 1, 2, 3 in the black, and then 2 together in the pink. Okay, so you can do that round and I will meet you back now. Alright, so at the end of round 15 you should have 36 stitches left, and you can cut your black off because we're not going to be using the black now. We're done with the black, so it'll be a little bit easier. Alright, so now you're going to knit 2 together, and then you're going to knit, so you knit 2 together, you knit 2, and then you knit 2 together. And that's what you're going to do for this round. Okay, so your pattern stitch is knit 2 together, knit 2, knit 2 together, knit 2 together, knit 2, and then we knit 2 together. Okay, so knit 2 together. So that was a knit 2 together, then it was knit 2 and knit 2 together. And knit 2 together. Okay, start again. Knit 2 together. Don't get mixed up here. Knit 2, knit 2 together. Knit 2 together. Knit 2, knit 2 together. Knit 2 together. Knit 2. And knit your last 2 together. Okay, now for our next round we're going to slip 1, we're going to knit 1, and we're going to pass that slip stitch over. Slip 1, knit 1, pass the slip stitch over, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over. Okay, you should have 12 stitches left at the end of that, and now we're going to just knit 2 together. So we're going to just knit 2 together. We're basically finishing here. If you want to just take all your stitches and put the yarn through, you can, but I'm just doing one more row. Knit 2 together, knit 2 together. Okay, 2 together and 2 together, and then you're going to just bring your yarn through all these stitches and pull it shut, and then you are complete. You can either bring your yarn through or you can just, it's really up to you as to how you want to do it. You can just stop and then take this yarn and bring it through all of those and pull them together, or just do what I'm doing. I'm actually just going to cast off. I'm just going to cast off here. Knit, knit, pull this one over, knit 1, pull this stitch over, knit 1, pull this over, knit 1, pull this over. So I just casted those last ones off, and then I'll bring the yarn through there. Alright, so once you've done that, get your thread, your yarn, needle and the leftover yarn, and you can fix up everything here. This is where my join was, which is not the world's best. So I'm going to turn it inside out, and I'm going to just sew it with my, I'm going to sew this together so that gets joined together, and you can keep looking on this side and you can see it looks fine. And then I'm going to just try and join this a little better. So just grab your stitches and just get it a little bit tighter. It's just a little tricky when you're working in the round like that. And you can keep looking on this side just to be sure that it looks good, and you can't even see anything. And that's all that you do. So you can go ahead, do that, sew all your threads in, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do on this part over here. Alright, so I'm going to crochet on my hat over here at the bottom. Now if you don't know how to crochet, I'll show you really pretty quickly now. You can do some of my videos where I show you how to crochet, but otherwise it's possible you could sew this, but I'm going to show you how to crochet this, or you can leave it like this. It does roll up, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So I've got a crochet hook, which is a 2.25 millimeter crochet hook. Now you take your yarn and do the same thing. You take your yarn and you wrap it around your finger like this. Put your hook in there and bring it through and make a slip knot. Alright, so I'm going to do single crochet. I'm going to start, let's see, where did I start all of my work? Over here. I'll start where I started my hat. Now I'm going to be working in, you can see this is the first stitch there. I don't want that. I want the back stitch over there. So I'll be working in that one, in this one, in this one. So that back stitch is what you want to work in. And I'm going to bring up a loop and I'm going to go through there. Okay, then I'm going to go into there like that and do a single crochet. Into that one and do a single crochet. Whoops, and I'm using my black. You can use whichever color you want to. Go into that back stitch there and just single crochet, and that's all that I'm doing. Now I've got a very thin crochet hook here simply because I wanted this to be fairly tight. So it's a little bit tricky because your hook is a bit small, but just do your best. And that's all that I'm doing here. I'm just going to single crochet in the back stitch, or shall I say in the back loop, not the back stitch, in the back loop. And that's all I'm doing. And this is just going to finish my hat off. Now you don't, as I say, you don't have to do this. You can leave yours as it is. You can use a different color. You can do whichever way you want to, but I'm just going to do it in the black. And yeah, so that's how you do it. And alright, so once you've come all the way around, just come into this beginning stitch here and slip stitch through there, just like that, and then you can cut off your yarn. Now this seems to be rolling up a little bit, but it'll, when you've got it on, it'll stop rolling as much as it was. So this just helps it. As I say, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. And then we sew those in, but it just finishes it off, gives it a nice little region. I love the pattern, so I really want this part of the hat to be seen as well. So yeah, that's how you make your hat. If you want to put a pom-pom in, or if you want to do something there, you can. There are different things that can be done. You could crochet little loops or something, but that's entirely up to you. So thank you so much for joining me in this lesson, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks guys, bye.